right, what's up, man? How's everything with you? How you doing today?
Shit, just regular work day.
Right. So do us a favor. Why don't you take us back a little bit and tell us a little bit about growing up in Staten Island? What were some of the things that you were into growing up teenage years?
Anything I wasn't supposed to be into.
Right.
So it's like anything you can imagine that, associated with, you know, being part of the problem, that was me.
Got you. You were, what side were you on?
Huh?
What side of Staten Island were you on again?
I'm from Park Hill.
Park Hill. Okay. So tell us a little bit about those times, man. How was that? We've heard a lot of stories as far as Park Hill, Stapleton, and the rivalry that used to go on with that, those two projects. What were you
Okay.
witnessing at that time?
I mean, I'm from Park Hill, so I was on that side.
Right.
You know, that was a time where, Park Hill and Stapleton always had little skirmishes and stuff like that. So um that was kind of a generational curse.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? But it started to stabilize when Wu came out. So wasn't so much of it after Wu came out.
Got you. I got you. Where at that time, did you have aspirations as far as being an artist, or did that come much later?
Nah, that came much later.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Can you talk a little bit about some of your influences earlier on before becoming a artist?
Um, the Rakim, Slick Rick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing it for, a hobby. I wasn't really I enjoyed doing it when that was coming up. So when I was coming up at that time, during that time, I enjoyed doing it. So I just did it just to do it. It wasn't really that serious. You know, I went to prison and came home. When I came home, a lot of my people was living different.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, that's when I became serious about it. And, trying to get in where I fit in.
Right. Can you talk a little bit about your early creative process as far as becoming an MC? Were you waiting on a beat, or were you constantly writing in your notebook to hone your skills?
I was kind of a notebook guy. You know what I'm saying? I was that guy. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't the freestyle, but, fast forward today, that's, songwriter shit. Like, I wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I was brought up around. Like, being in them ciphers and people freestyling and battling, and, the whole culture of it brought me up.
Right. Talk a little bit about your name and how you came up and the meaning behind Hands On.
Um, I mean, hands on was is an acronym, if you want to call it that. Um, Hannibal the Great, the dude that rode the elephants, if history wise, you know what I'm saying, he was a Carthaginian and he rode the elephants over the Alps. Hold on for a second. That whole moniker, if you go back into my past, it all connects. The first project was, Method Man presents. So yeah, the Hannibal the Great shit, I loved it. We'll tell they stories about, the Chinese flicks. I came up in like a different era. That was kind of, what I followed. I kind of enjoyed that whole story, if you go into it. So, from the Method Man presents Hannibal the Great to the K Slade mixtape, back to Sicily, to Barker, which was my first project. That was his last name. You know what I'm saying? To Carthage, which, the place they did war at. So it's kind of, it's a good story if you sit down and listen to it.
Right. When you you say you did a little stint, in prison, and then you came out. Uh, how did you exactly end up connecting with the Wu members? What was it about you that they said, man, you know what? I kind of like what this guy's doing. Let me get down with him, or put him down with us.
I mean, I was the guy they was sending to the store when that was, you know, prior to that. So they kind of raised me, a lot of them.
Okay.
And I guess, you know, I try to, you know, keep things professional to where they still around me today. You know, so they kind of brought me up. So that's how I came into knowing them and having relationships with them and stuff like that.
Gotcha. So at what point does do they say, man, you know what, I like what you're doing as far as your music goes, that they decide that they even want to collaborate and do projects with you?
I don't understand the question.
In other words, at what point do they feel like, you know what, Hands On is pretty dope with the rhymes? You know what I mean? To the point where they're like, you know, I'm down to make music with them as well.
Well, I think more importantly, it was that I figured it out. They always knew I rhymed.
Okay.
You know,
Gotcha.
I was younger. I was in places I shouldn't have been. So, you know, they know that I rhyme, but
Gotcha.
I think, you know, me figuring it out and, you know, staying consistent with the ways things should be.
Right.
You know,
Okay. They
makes them want to be around me today.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like
they want to see that you were focused
right
on doing what you had to do and kind of leaving that other stuff alone.
Right. Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Did you sign with Raekwon first?
No, absolutely not. When I came home, the polluted water thing was in the mix. That was the Raekwon Presents Polluted Water, Ice Water. I made three songs on that project. So again, this is when I'm coming home and I'm seeing, you know, people living different, you know, and you know, it turned from a hobby to, you know, dudes is looking good and you know, they paying their bills. It became you know,
a better way of living.
An actual vision, if you know what I mean.
Right. How did life change for you with your songs being on such a large platform at that time?
I mean, it definitely kept me out the street. You know what I'm saying? It definitely kept me out the street. It kept me, you know, it like the carrot on the stick. It kept me chasing something, you know what I'm saying, without risking going to jail. And, you know, and people trust me because, you know, when I was coming up, like, you know, I'm in the streets. Like I said, anything you can imagine being into that, I kind of indulge in all of that, much like a lot of people that came up in that project. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about 2010's Out the Chef's Kitchen debut album?
Yeah, I put an album out. You know, it was meant to mean what it says, Out of Chef's Kitchen, because that was the big bro. And, you know, I just kind of wanted to learn and lead a house, so to speak, like, and do my own thing and make my own imprint and, you know, I love Wu. I know I'm connected to Wu, but I kind of wanted to stand on my own at that point. So Out of Chef's Kitchen, meaning I was leaving and doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Can you talk a little bit about how were you able to get certain features? For example, there's Busta Rhymes, you had, you know, of course, the Wu members. I believe you even did something with Pimp C, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
That was shout out to Water Team. That was, okay. I mean, those were the songs that I landed, and you know, shout out to Water Team and K Woods. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, they kind of allowed me to let the Buster shit roll over into Out of Chef's Kitchen.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's how that happened. Shout out to them or whatever, whatever. But you know, I was just trying to stay consistent from start to finish. Like if I was walking into a room, I wanted to make sure, you know, I was a valuable player in that room, no matter what position I had to pick up.
Right. Were you in the same studio when with the collaboration with Pimp C?
No.
No. Did you get a chance to meet him at all before he passed, or no?
Not at all.
Oh
Nah.
man.
I ain't even gonna front on you. You look, I could have been like, yo, we was in the studio, shit like that. I ain't even gonna front on you. Nah, I just came home. All them songs was being constructed at the time when I came home and walked in the studio. And you know, that's how that happened. And I just made the slot at that point.
Okay. And now tell me, how was the experience working with, you know, the members of the Wu as far as getting in and recording with them? Did you feel any pressure as far as trying to keep up with these guys, or did you feel
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you have any time where they were kind of like telling you, yo, try that again, or you know, were they really hard on you?
Oh, you don't know. You don't know.
How was that?
Yeah, they're extremely hard. They're extremely blunt. They're extremely critical. You know what I'm saying? Like the dudes I got, and I guess that's what made me thrive as well, because the dudes I got around me, boss, that shit trash.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Shit like that. You gotta eat it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And coming up, you know, we argued and bickered and fought, but you know, the reality of it is that, you know, he telling me the truth. He think it's trash. I change it. So that come on. I done been took off so many songs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit like that.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about the hands-on music label that you formed back in the day?
Now it's Hands-On Music Entertainment Home as the acronym. But yeah, you know, that was when after Out of Chef's Kitchen, I did the Method Man Presents Hannibal the Great, but I did it on my own label.
Okay. Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And that got traction. That led to the K-Slay mixtape. We did the West Coast tour with that. You know what I mean? And, you know, it kind of worked out, but it kind of didn't, because I was starting out back then. I didn't know what I was doing.
Gotcha. So the label that you currently have, could you tell us a little bit about that and any artists that you might have on that label?
Yeah, we currently are working with it's Hands-On Music Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? It's a corporation. We working with several artists. We got a album coming out with Carlton Fisk coming up. We have Cortez. I don't know if you guys heard of Cortez. He in the battle rap circuit.
Yeah.
But he makes great songs. You know what I'm saying? We got, you know, Hugh Hefner from Staten Island.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That we working with. And, you know, we got King Justin Fest Taylor that we trying to work out the kinks. Whatever. But there's things in the future that we working on. We got a lot.
Okay. Did you just say King Just? Is that King Just from back in the day?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay. So he's still doing his thing then.
Yeah, I mean, we ain't got nothing locked in yet, but you know.
Gotcha.
Any upcoming collaborative more projects with Method Man?
I mean, you know, Meth Lab 4. So I'm the executive producer on 3 Meth projects: Meth Lab 1, Meth Lab 2, and Meth Lab 3. They're commercial projects. They're out there. They're for sale. I'm on some of the songs. You know what I'm saying? But it's more of like a Method Man collaborative effort. But it's a catalog. You know what I'm saying? I'm an executive producer to those. So, you know, in the future, you know, I'm open to a 4. You just got to make the big homie enthusiastic about doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Any plans on going on tour?
Right now, we trying to book dates for the Carthage tour for this project. You know what I'm saying? This year, 2024, we got some spot dates now. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of a grind, 100-yard dash right now. But yeah, that's the plan.
Right. Outside of music, do you have any other avenues that you're looking to explore?
Directing, now that you mention it, I kind of gained a liking for that. I directed the last couple of videos that we did for the project.
Okay.
One with Method Man and one with Raekwon. So I'm trying to make sure I could rise to that standard.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about your most recent project, the one when I was talking to Lourdes about the you had the album release at SOBs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, talk to us a little bit about that. What was the process like? Who you have featured on there, and what were some of the producers you worked with?
Album's called Carthage. A lot of people came out to support me. So there's a lot on there. You know what I'm saying? Meth is on 4 songs. I got Ray, Cat. You know what I'm saying? Carlton Fist on there. A lot of the artists that I'm working with is on there. You know what I mean? Rock Helter Skelter's on there.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? We're about to launch a physical campaign for physical units coming up, so you could get hard copies for it. It's doing okay. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain.
Okay. What have you been doing as far as promotion? Any have you been hitting the radio stations? Any shows anywhere that you've done recently?
Yeah. Well, SOBs, we got a show coming up on the 26th. On Trap is the Only Shit. Or they changed it to what? The Sunday. That Sunday, I forgot. They changed the shit to the Sunday after the 26th, whatever date that is. But that's gonna be in SOBs. We got a concert series coming to SOBs. To where we're gonna do a concert, where I'm gonna be headlining and a couple other people or whatever. So yeah, we got a lot coming up, a lot that we pushing, we pushing ourselves, and plus, the tours is as they come in.
So talk to us a little bit about the studio that you got going on. I know it's a you could do multiple things there as far as recording, I believe videos, podcasts, all kind of stuff.
Right.
Talk to us a little bit about that, and how does all that going with you?
I mean, that's a process as well. We got a 2,200 square foot facility, full production spot.
Nice.
We offer mixing, mastering, video production, management. That's the home entertainment, the hands-on music entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a grind because rent is high in New York.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That's located. That's in Staten Island, though, right? The studio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
As far as those upcoming projects and everything that goes on with Hands On, what social media platform, websites can everybody locate to purchase some music from you guys?
Google me, Hands On, HANZON. And I'm across all platforms. I got a catalog of stuff, including the Meth Lab projects. You could go to my official website, handsonmusicent.com. You know what I'm saying? Everything current will be there, but all Instagram at Hanz the Great, HANZDAGREAT. You go there, holla at me. I'm here. We working.
Right. Do you have any, any aspirations or any, let's say, producers that you might want to work with in the near future, or artists that you would like to collaborate that you haven't yet done so?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm more into making people want to work with me at this stage of my life.
Right, right, right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? I ain't gonna try cause it's
Yeah,
like I
yeah, yeah.
figured it out late. You know what I'm saying? I figured it out late. Like if
Right,
I'd have figured all this out back then, I'd have been great. But you know what I'm saying? If anybody want to work with me, I'm with it to work. I'm with, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
right, right, right. It's never late, man. It's not late. It's not late. This is
Nah, it
happening.
is.
All
It
right.
is.
If it's
But
happening, if it's
yo, look,
happening
these
now, it's
projects,
your time.
that meth project,
Yeah,
the meth lab 1, 2, and 3
yeah.
in 1994 would have been $3 million projects.
I got you. Okay, all right. In that aspect, I see what you're saying. I
You
get
understand what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
late.
yeah. I got
You know what I mean?
you. Yeah. So let me ask you something. Without going into too many details, I saw an interview and they were talking about this incident that happened and everything, and nobody ever really knew who this person was. And again, I don't want to mention no names or anything like that, but has that overshadowed, is that kind of like overshadows everything else you've been doing? Like when they see Hands On, is that the first thing that comes up all the time?
It used to be.
Okay.
It's becoming different now.
Okay.
It take work.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
take
yeah.
work. It took me a long time to get that off of me
Right, right,
because
right,
I
right.
ain't do it for that.
No, of course. Right, right, right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't do it for that. I did it because I was just coming out to play with my people.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was my team. You know what I'm saying? That's who I was,
Right.
going out with. It wasn't nothing personal. So knowing what I know now, like I said, you know what I'm saying? I'm late because I
Right,
could have
right.
handled that a little bit different.
Yeah.
Knowing what I know now.
Right, 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 right.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha,
So
gotcha. Well, I'm glad that the work that you're putting in, the music and all the other ventures that you have going on are finally getting to speak for themselves. You know what I mean? You're kind of laying that groundwork for yourself. By the way, a lot of stuff I've heard is pretty dope. I hope you keep going, man. And I want to be able to get to see like Hands On all over. Like I said, I know you said you're working and things are moving. Do you find it hard though? Like the way things are now, as far as getting music out to the world, even though we have a lot of access and things are a little bit easier to get it out, do you still find it a little hard for you to be noticed? Do you feel like it's too flooded out there?
yeah, no, because in the area of people that actually invest in the marketing in themselves ain't a lot.
Okay.
It's a lot when you're looking at it from a broad perspective on, anybody could release something on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, but that's a small smidget of what the music business generates, right? So,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right. That makes sense. What's your thoughts about the battle rappers, man? Are you into that whole scene?
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of it.
Who's some of your favorite ones out there?
I mean, you already know Cortez.
Cortez,
you know what I'm saying? I like Charlie Clips. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like Chess. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Whose son was battling the other night? K-Shine. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah, I got some favorites, but I think it's a different industry. I respect those guys for that because I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
I don't know how they do that, man. I watch some of them shit sometimes, and I'm just like, that's a whole different animal, man.
Right, that's a whole different animal. You know what I mean?
I'm like, I don't know how this dude hasn't knocked this guy's head off, but whatever. It seems that dudes that be more into the artists that are into the battle rap. Why is it hard for them sometimes to kind of make that transition as far as making records?
Because it's a different industry. It goes both ways. It's like I definitely am a fan of battle rap, right? I could never do it, but being a songwriter is kind of different. It don't translate for certain people. But for certain people, it does.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Certain people could put bodies of work together and, you know, be multi-dimensional in what they do.
So being that you are the type that writes and everything, you say you have, like, for example, the artist Cortez, you're able to kind of, I guess, help him along, right? As far as how to structure certain things that might be a little different compared to the battle rap.
Right, right. We networking because it's like I think he has the ability to put together a song. I think he's one of the battle rap people that can put together a song as well.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And um, yeah, I think it's about give and take. You know what I'm saying? Because he got his own things going on. He got his own wave. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? And you know, the networking part is you can still do what you do. I can add on
Mm-hmm.
and you help me help you
Gotcha, gotcha,
more so.
gotcha.
How do you feel about today's hip hop?
They doing what they having fun.
Gotcha, yeah.
Does it keep you inspired overall?
No,
Nah.
not me. I'm saying, but that's not taking nothing away from what
Oh
they
no,
doing
no.
nowadays. But you know, I don't listen to that nowadays to be inspired. Like, you know, I got a overhead every month. So when I wake up, I need something to inspire me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
To pay the
What does inspire you?
Cream.
progress.
Cream, right?
Progress at this point.
Right.
Word.
Gotcha,
That's
gotcha.
what inspires me. I mean, um, it's good to see that a lot more, you know, brown people, black people, colored peoples, Puerto Ricans, you know, Latins overall is getting more of 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 the culture of hip hop nowadays based on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's nice. That's nice to see. I may not identify with the music, but you know, these young boys is making money nowadays, doing what they do, how things are the way we wouldn't have this interview. Where y'all at?
Right. I'm in New York. He's in Indiana.
Right. You wouldn't be here
Nah.
back in the days, or I wouldn't, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
If we traveling from
Mm-hmm.
Indiana, we would all need to be in the same place to do this back in the
Right,
days.
right. Right. Well, that's the side that's, I guess, good because there's so many artists out there that you probably wouldn't even be able to hear from or get to know if we didn't have these type of technology
Right.
that we have.
Right.
You know, but so yeah, anything else that you have that you're looking to work on? I mean, you have a lot going on now, but are there any other ventures or anything else that you're trying to work towards?
I'm open. I'm open. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing though,
Mm-hmm.
and try to build on that, and you know, see what happens.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think I asked you before, but who are some of the producers that you work with? Do you have just in-house producers or?
Oh nah, Dane Grease, Rockweller, Eric Sherman, um, Braun Browse. You know, we have we have personal producers.
Mhm.
P version, P dot. You know what I'm saying? Styles, Be Divine. You know, the people. You know, we have those too that we work with and we stay close to, and we open to other producers as well. So you know, so we worked with some producers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We work with some.
Dope. And last question before we get out of here. Have you ever been on a RZA or any other of the Wu producers tracks?
Um, no.
Anything maybe coming up? Would you like to, or any particular
I
reason why?
mean, I wouldn't not do it.
Uh-huh.
Shit, if something came to me like that, I would do it.
Okay. So you said before that you were on Raekwon's label, but you kind of wanted to do your own thing.
No, I said that when I wasn't on the label, I wasn't part of the group.
On Raekwon's label,
right? The Ice Water. I wasn't part of the group, but they embraced me when I came home, and I got on 3 songs on that album.
Okay, got you. But I know you did say you wanted to pretty much establish yourself as your own artist, not necessarily, only be known as like affiliate with Wu-Tang.
Right.
How has that been? Have you gotten to that point yet, or do you feel like you still need more work for people to say, hands on and recognize you as hands on and not, oh, that's the cat, that'd be down with the Wu?
Public wise, I mean, I'm still working on it. I don't even know how to answer that. You know what I mean? I'm still working on it because, it's still people today that ask me about that incident in 2010, and I tell them it wasn't me.
Okay. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
gotcha.
I mean, I guess it's a process.
Okay. Well, man, like I said, bro, keep doing your thing. You're very busy. You got a lot of projects, a lot of music out there. We're looking forward to seeing more of you. And hopefully I'll try to get to one of your shows, man. I would love to see it. And
yeah, definitely. Stay in tune with me online.
Yeah, sure. I'm following you on Instagram. I think Sincere is as well. He's the journalist Sincere on Instagram.
Yeah, send me a message so I can make sure I can follow back.
Yeah, for sure. And I definitely want to get to see some of your work in person. But man, keep doing what you're doing, man. You're on the right. It sounds like you got everything going. It sounds like you have a clear vision of what it is that you want to do and the goals that you want to achieve. So just keep going, man. And like I said, I know you say you got a lot going on and the rent is high there, but just keep finding that inspiration, bro.
Shit like that.
Word. Any last things you want to say, as far as to your fans or anything like that?
We got a lot coming. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot coming. This rollout gonna be for the next 6 months, and we're gonna have a lot of stuff for y'all. So just stay tuned.
All right, cool. Once again, man, we thank you. Shout out to Lourdes. I know we lost her, but shout out to her, man, for making this happen. We appreciate you taking the time and joining us, man. Yo, hands on, man. Thank you for taking the time, man. Good luck with everything. And like I said, I'll send you a message, with his link and my link, and let us know when you got anything coming out too, so that we can, help promote it on our platform.
All right, definitely.
All right.
Appreciate y'all.
Nah, thank you, man.
Salute.
Peace.